Hey Venaloid, it's 42 Oolon here. I haven't really come out with my face as a YouTube poster yet, so I've got my friends here to speak for me. I'm posting about your morality video, and I think I've got an explanation for what you might be experiencing, this kind of cognitive dissonance that I think you're experiencing with these thought experiments. And what I got for you, I got from a program called Radio Lab on WNYC, broadcast on NPR. Great podcast. And so you can check out this podcast on morality. I'm sure it's still available. And what they talk about is some experiments that have been done that have identified essentially two kinds of human morality that we've evolved with. One is like a chimp morality, something that is very basic, kind of brainstem reaction, that you wouldn't need a conscious or abstract thought to carry out, right? It's just things just feel bad immediately, heuristically, and you act. And the experiment they do is they ask people how they would feel if they could stop a train from barreling or something from going down a railroad track and killing like 4 children. But the only way you could do it in time would be to push a fat man off of a bridge to land on the train and stop it. And people said, no, I wouldn't do that. That's probably the chimp brain reacting to that. But if you gave them the same fact scenario, but instead of pushing a fat man, you just pulled the lever and moved the train onto a different track, misses the kids, but it hits another person. Most people would say, yeah, I would do that. That's more moral. And that's this kind of abstract thought, right? There's not this immediate danger. What they also interestingly identified was a circumstance in which this classic thing, it's the MASH episode where this premise put to people who in MASH, it was they're on this bus with a bunch of Koreans and there are troops outside and they're going to kill them if they hear anyone inside this bus, and a woman has a baby that's sick and she knows it's going to be loud, so she strangles it. And the question is, if you're in that situation, in the mom situation, you know a busload of people are going to be killed or you could kill your baby, what would you do if you knew that was the thing? And it's usually Nazis and you're hiding in a basement. But would you kill the baby or to save 15 people, or would you not be able to? And for this, people are split. People can't answer it. And what's also very interesting, on the first 2 scenarios, very different parts of the brain light up when you do a brain scan. But in the third, it's messy. It's all over the place, and these 2 things are in conflict. You have something which is clearly right abstractly to do, to kill the baby, but clearly wrong from a chimp. This is your child. Your body, your brainstem simply won't let you do it. And I think this is what you got into with the last example of the man who doesn't feel any emotion or anything. Your abstract brain knows this actually is not. There is nothing wrong with it by any kind of reasonable, rational standard. If I were to weigh our values and what's important to me, what should be important in any sense, you realize that if this person has no interest in what happens to him, maybe emotions doesn't cover everything, but if he has no interest, it doesn't make any difference to him at all. Like a plant, like a robot, it's not immoral to do something to them. You know that. But then again, your chimp brain is looking at this man as a human being, and cutting off his arm is a terrible act of brutality, which it doesn't get to the abstract point of view and can't understand that he feels no emotion, and it can't make those leaps. It's just rebelling against that. So I think you have a sense of both. You have a cognitive dissonance that you can't unravel. So I would say that, yeah, on the whole, it would be moral to, it would not be a moral issue to do something to that person who had absolutely no interest in what you did to them. And you can look at Peter Singer for that kind of thing. But, it would be very difficult because you have your chimp brain operating. Okay, that's 4 minutes of video here, so I'll sign off. And yeah, if you have any comments, please post them.